Hey everybody, it's Jason with the Boardgame Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a game called My Farm Shop. My Farm Shop is a game published by Pegasus Spiel, designed by Rudiger Dorn. Plays 2 to 4 players, 30 to 45 minutes, ages 8+, which an 8-year-old could probably play this. It's pretty straightforward. Now what's going on here is you are basically running your own like farmer stall at a farmer's market, and you are trying to collect goods and then sell those goods for money. The point is to make the most money at the farmer's market. And you're going to do that by rolling some dice, gathering some resources, and maybe manipulating some dice so you can get an outcome that you want. It's pretty similar in that mechanism to like Catan and a game called Machi Koro, if you know what that is, or Space Base, or Valeria Card Kingdoms. Similar concept here, but this one does it in a more family-friendly package. So let's stop talking about it. Go ahead on the table. Check it out.
7 years of bumper crops are on their way.
All right, so here's a game of My Farm Shop, all set up for 2 players almost. So we're using all the modules, all the expansions, because the game's pretty lightweight, and I feel like the modules make it a complete game. And let me bring these down here so you can actually see them. All right, and to finish setting up, we each are going to draft a pair of these cards to go on our boards here. So this player will be first, and they're going to take a set of these cards. Now, I'll explain the cards as we get into playing, but I think I'll take this one and this one. And then they'll take this one. You can put it in either space. It doesn't matter. Okay. And now we're ready to go. So the way the game works is, well, let me go over setup, I guess, a little bit more. So put the board out here. Each player's going to get their own board. You're going to get 2 bags, burlap bags, and you're going to get one of each of the goods, which we have here on our little farm board. You're each going to get a 50, 2 check marks to go over these goals here, which will slide down here in a little bit. And then in the center board, you're going to put the farmer out because we're using the farmer expansion, and then randomly pick 5 of the other ones to go out on the board like I've done here. And then you're going to set up this stack of cards, which is the timer for the number of players. I have it set up for 2 players. It's in the rule book, so I'm not going to go through that, but you take a certain number of each of 6 decks of cards and go from 6 up to the top. All right, then you're going to randomly take one of each of these goods here and put them on each of the farmer spaces. And these goods are going to represent actions you can take on your turn if you have the appropriate tile. All right, so let's go ahead and go. So first thing that happens is this player rolls the dice. Then they're going to pick one of these dice to represent the board, and they're going to get them a new card. You can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they take a 1, they get that card. All right, so that's kind of how that works. So I think what they are going to take the 1, so they'll take the 1, they'll take this card, and they're going to put it right here because they can still get a bag and a coin. All right, so now everyone else and this player gets to use the 12 to take an action. So on our board, we have a 2 and a 12 here. That would give us all a good. If we covered it up with a card, for example, it would then do that thing. So kind of Machi Koro, Space Base-esque if you've played either of those games. Or you can use a bag down here in our farm to adjust this down or up. In any case, we can't go past 12, so we could adjust it down. So I could activate 10, I could activate 11 if I wanted to. But I'm fine with this. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and just use the 12 and get a good of any type. And I think I will take, just want 2 of something, so I'll take an egg. And they're going to do the same thing, and they'll take some milk. All right. And then that's that. Then we replace this card with another card. And dice go to this player. Then they roll. All right, so they're going to take, I think they're going to take the 6. So they're going to use the 6, take this card, and they're going to put it on, let's see, let's put it on 5 because that'll still let me produce an egg, so that's fine. Now every other player gets to do number 10. So you look at 10, I get a honey, they get a yarn, or I could go, no, honey's fine, I'll take the honey. And they will take the yarn, that's fine. Right now we're just building up some goods. All right, then back to me. Get a new card. All right, 1, 2, 6. I'm going to take this. And I'm going to put it on the egg for now. So that was number 2. So that leaves everybody else with 7, which is spend 2 goods for a sunflower. And I think I will do that. I'll spend 1 egg and a milk. And I will get a sunflower. Now, what do sunflowers do? Good question. Let me show you. When you get a sunflower, you're going to put it on one of these sunflower spaces here. So I'm going to go ahead and put it here. No, here. And what that means is when that 6 is rolled, I get a bonus of one of these outputs. So I could take 2 bags or 2 coins, or 1 bag. I could take 1 bag, 2 coins, or 1 coin, 2 bags. Or if I put it on something like this down here, I could trade 2 of these instead of for 4 coins for 5 coins. So if there's no red line, you pick one of them. If there's a red arrow, you pick the thing after and you add 1 to it. But I'm going to go up here. And then this player is going to do the same thing. They'll spend these 2, honey and milk, and they'll get 1, and they're going to put it on this one right there. All right, done. And if it has a sunflower with a cross through it, that means you can't use a sunflower on that space. There's no sunflower to go there, so it's fine. Now, if you look over here, there's also some bonuses. On your turn, if you complete one of these, you get the bonus. So if I get 5 sunflowers on my board, I could take this, put it right here, I get 6 points. Then if someone else does it, they get 3 points. This is have 8 bags in your barn. So if we can hit one of those goals, we'll get the goal. All right, now I want to kind of show you how the farmer works, because that's really the only other thing. So this player, they'll use the farmer. So when you use the farmer, a couple things are going to happen. The farmer will let you take any 2 of these tokens, these 4 tokens that are out here. And I think I want to use the barrel, and I'm going to take the grass, and it goes on your board. So they're going to go here, takes up space in your board. Now at any point on your turn, you can then cash in one of these to do the ability up there. And then what happens is when you use the farmer, you take another card and you discard it. So we'll discard this, and we'll move the farmer over to here, and then this new card comes out right there. And now every player gets to use 5 as their action. So I'll get a milk. Oh, I'm actually going to spin a bag. I'll make it a 6. And that will get me a bag and 2 points. So I'm on the board with 2 points. And then they have a 5. They like the 5, so that's fine. So they'll get a random good. Not random, they can take whatever they want. They'll take an egg, and they'll get 2 points as well, because they have the sunflower, so they can make one of those go up. All right, back to me. 2, 5, 6. What do I want to do? All right, I think I want... I need some stuff to drive some points. So I will take this one with a 6, and I'll put this on my board somewhere. Let's put it here, because I have some other options to get some honey at the 4. Hopefully I can make that work. I don't love it, but that's fine. So I put it there, and then we each have 7. What's 7? 7's this. I can trade 2 goods for... Yeah, I'll do that. I can trade 2 goods for a sunflower, which I will do. And I will put the sunflower over here. And they have 7. They can trade 2 goods as well. They're going to trade this and this for sunflower, and they will put it... Oh, right there. All right, done. New card. This player. 4 and 5 for them. I think they'll do the 4. What's the 5? Ugh, yuck. Yeah, they'll use a 4. They'll put this one on 3. Then we each activate 10. I'm fine with 10. Nope, I don't want 10. So I'm going to go down to 9. This is a one-time. It's a red card. And when you use this, you get rid of the card and you get the bonus. So I get a sunflower wherever I want. Let's put it here. And they're at 10. They get a yarn. I don't really want yarn. So they're going to spend 2 of their bags. They're going to take it up to a 12. And they want to get an egg. So they're going to get an egg. All right, then we get a new card. Face up. And that's effectively how the game's going to work. Now, the only thing I didn't really talk about is these things here. When you see these here, you need a pair of something and a pair of something else. Trade it in, you get a bag plus 7 coins, and I get to pick either 2 bags or 7 coins or 8 coins in a bag because I have that. And if they're just all the same color, that's all the same goods. And if it's all gold, it's all the same goods. If it's all silver, it's all the same good, all that kind of thing. And that's effectively it. I also didn't show you scoring any of the goals and use any of these, but if this player turned in this barrel, for example, and say the 10 was rolled, they could use this instead to fire off the 5 to give them some flexibility. That's what this does. This one will let you swap 2 cards on your board. This one will let you exchange 2 goods for 2 other goods. And if the dice are the same here and you have a wheelbarrow, you get 2 bags. So after all these cards are gone, we finish the round, and then whoever has the most points after all of that is the winner. That's how you play my farm shop. Let's go up to the top. See what we think about it.
Think how good all these vegetables are gonna taste. Peas, beans.
All right, well, that was my farm shop. So I'm not going to talk about the components a ton because you saw everything on the board. Everything's really nice quality, nice cardboard chits. The cards are really nice. I don't think they're linen finished. Maybe they are. A light linen finish. They look good. Boards are big. They take up kind of a big table presence, but it looks nice. One thing I do want to comment on is I think the art here on this box and kind of all over the game kind of reminds me of Farmville. If you ever played that game on your phone, it just kind of looks similar. It looks like a kid's game kind of. And it is a family game. Like, look at that farmer. He looks like a Farmville farmer. It is kind of a family game, not really a kid's game, but I don't know, maybe the art looking so much like that app maybe make people think that it is the app or would turn them off or something. I don't know. I like it. It's just nice, cute, welcoming. But the art is a little video game app-ish. But let's talk about the game. So this game is, what I showed you has 3 modules listed with it. And that's this farmer, I think these goal cards, and the random setup that I showed using these yellow back cards on the blank spaces that we drafted. I think playing without this game, a kid could definitely play it. Like my 8-year-old would probably play it that way. But I would say if you're playing it with adults, you want to add all that stuff in. It doesn't add like a ton of like length, difficulty to the game. It just makes the game a little bit more gamery and more of what I'm looking for. Whereas you take all that stuff out, it's just a simple gather resource, sell, and the resources back, which is still fine. But I think the goals and this farmer piece just makes it a little more interesting, a little more palatable. It's a fun game. I like it. I would gladly play it again. It's in a similar vein to me as like Juicy Fruits, which I think we also have a video on the channel, where it's just really appealing. It's a nice theme. It's welcoming, and it's just fun. And I think that's kind of where this one lands with me. So I'm going to give this a BGM Accept the Seal. This is going to get a 7 out of 10 on Board Game Geek, which is a 3.5 out of 5 wrenches. I can't do math. On an arbitrary wrench scale, that means absolutely nothing, but we like to give it the games that we enjoy, and that's what I'm going to do. So that is my farm shop from designer Rudiger Dorn and published by Pegasus Spiel. I'm Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and as always, keep gaming.